Hello, this is the ELL Conversation Partners video. This week, we're talking about daily routines. What is your routine? To describe your daily routine, you would use the words typically, usually, often, never, every week. And you use the present simple for the verb. I typically get up at 7 a.m. I usually leave the house at 9 p.m. Get and leave are present simple verbs. AM or PM. What do those abbreviations mean? AM can be shown as a little a period, little m period, or capital A, capital M, and they come from the Latin words merides for midday, ante for before, post, after. AM means before midday or the time before lunch. PM means after midday or the time after lunch. Midnight is 12 a.m. It's the start of the day, and noon is 12 p.m., and that's typically lunchtime. What time do you wake up? I wake up at 7 a.m. I usually get up at 7 a.m. I typically get out of bed at 7 a.m. Those three sentences mean about the same thing. Wake up and get up means when you're no longer asleep, and get out of bed is actually when you physically get out of bed. On the weekends, I often sleep in until 9 a.m. I am not typically wide awake until I have my morning coffee. Wide awake is when you're no longer half asleep or sleepy. I am not a morning person. Do you eat breakfast? We are all creatures of habit, and usually people do the same thing every day. For me, I usually eat breakfast every morning. Sometimes I eat oatmeal and sometimes I eat eggs, so I don't eat the same thing every morning. I sometimes drink coffee in the morning, but I usually drink tea. Sometimes I have just a bite to eat for breakfast. That means that I'll eat something, but not too much, just a bite. Getting dressed. So, when do you get dressed? I usually get dressed after breakfast. I don't put on my shoes and socks until I'm ready to go out the door. Sometimes on the weekends, I don't get dressed until almost noon. When do you leave the house? Before COVID-19, things were different. I usually leave the house to go to my teaching jobs several days a week. I drive to my students' home or their offices to give them lessons, and I typically teach 3 or 4 days a week. Everything has changed, of course, since COVID-19. I go grocery shopping just once a week, usually on Fridays. I went grocery shopping today. I stay inside most of the time. I teach my students virtually now, like I'm doing with you. I sometimes go to the hardware store to buy supplies. Do you exercise? Exercise keeps me fit as a fiddle. That means fit as a fiddle means it keeps me healthy. I usually exercise before dinner. Some people like to exercise first thing in the morning, or sometimes people like to exercise at noon. I never exercise on the weekends. I need to exercise to keep in shape. That means to keep healthy. Occasionally, if I feel under the weather or not so well, I'll take a break from exercise. What do you typically eat? What do you have for breakfast, lunch, and dinner? And do you eat all three meals? And do you like to cook? Sometimes I put ingredients into my slow cooker so dinner will be ready at dinner time. I love that. I usually make dinner a few nights a week, and the other nights we eat leftovers. I love to cook, and I especially like to try new recipes. I typically make many different kinds of veggies. My favorite veggies are asparagus and eggplant. Take a shower or bath, morning or evening. What do you typically do? I usually take a bath at night, and sometimes I'll take a shower in the morning. I usually go to bed between 10:30 p.m. and 11 p.m. Sometimes I stay up until midnight when I watch something on Netflix. I fall asleep quickly once I'm in bed. I drop off to sleep quickly. Those two sentences mean the same thing. Fall asleep, drop off to sleep. If someone said to you, I didn't sleep a wink before my exam, you would say, oh, I'm sorry you didn't get any sleep. You must be so tired. That's what didn't sleep a wink means. You didn't get any sleep. Are you an early bird or night owl? What's the difference? A night owl is someone who likes to stay up late. An early bird is someone who likes to get up early. So a night owl usually likes to stay up late and also to get up late. An early bird is someone who likes to get up early, but that means that they also probably go to bed early. Early bird gets the worm. Night owls hit the hay typically after midnight. I like to hit the hay not too late. Hit the hay means the same thing as go to bed or go to sleep. Have fun with your conversations. Talk about what you do for your daily routines. Thanks to Jenna for helping me put together this video. Thanks to Pexels and their amazing photographers for their free images. Please use the questions and vocabulary that I've put together so you can talk about your daily routines. And remember that there is no achievement without mistakes. Thanks so much and hope to see you soon. Bye.